Alrighty. Good on that computer. What about this one? A little bit small. Easy fixes, easy though. Then, do we have me? Yep, we do indeed have my voice. My dulcet tones are audible, so we will begin now. Hello, 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 people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where we are going to continue with the third Lostbelt, the Synchronized Intellect Nation Sin. Last time, it's been a long 5 hours for the first stream for the Lostbelt, and to summarize it, we arrived in Sin to try to find the cure to the poison that Tamomovich has given to Gordolf and us. We arrived at a small farming village and summoned some servants, dealt with some of the creatures from the previous Lostbelt that Vich had brought along with her for some odd reason, as well as dealt with Akuda and her servant, the Prince of Landling. Some reinforcements were called to her, which includes... I can't remember his name, but he's a Bloodborne boss, essentially. A four-armed centaur, who's also a robot. Odd, yes. And then more reinforcements came in the form of Qin Liuang, I think was her name. However, she has come with a truce agreement where we allow Mothman to examine the shadow border so he can figure stuff out, and he will turn Tamomovich over to us to do with what we see fit. We've agreed to this parlay, for lack of better terms, for the time being, though we have acknowledged that we will have to fight them at some point in the future. We've also been teaching the villagers about letters and poetry, which, for some reason, the ruling powers, Mothman and Qin Liuang, I think, again is her name, I'm probably butchering these names, believe means that we are Confucianists. I was a little confused on that, however, I did independently look it up, and it does look like the Qin dynasty was firmly against Confucianism, as well as just, learning in and of itself. So this Lostbelt scenario is actually fairly realistic. There was rumors of the burning of the books and the burying of the scholars that happened during the Qin dynasty. So the suppression of knowledge from the common folk does seem to be on point with this Lostbelt. And the Confucianism thing is because I guess the Confucianism teachings went against what the Qin dynasty was all about, and Confucius did write down some of his works into a book of poetry, so I guess there's that correlation. Jiangyu, thank you, game, for popping up with the appropriately named servant. Yeah, that's the summary. And now we are going to continue with section 9. Apparently there is only 16 sections in this Lostbelt, so we are about halfway done at this point, which is interesting. This one does definitely feel shorter than the previous ones, but given that it's a peaceful world, that's not terribly surprising. So we'll begin here with the Morning Star of Rebellion, Berserker, and it's only Berserker, so I'm guessing it's just Jin Huan, whatever his pronunciation is. So let us bring in our anti-Berserker weapon, that is Abby. And yeah, also I'm curious, because I know she's getting very close there. 100,000 bond points off before Melt is bond 10, and we can give her the Chaldea Visionary Flames. Because that's what I'm calling it. It's not a lantern, it's Visionary Flames. Even if it kind of is the same thing. Alright. Emergency. Emergency. Spartacus is no longer with us. What? That's not all. A number of villagers have gone missing as well. The ones who remained said they saw Spartacus leading villagers towards the capital.
If the Emperor sees that, he'll think we're leading a rebellion. What is wrong with that muscle-bound moron? How could he do this?
Hey, berserkers aren't exactly much for thinking or planning. Sparta's just being true to himself. Hell, he couldn't change who he is even if he wanted to.
Do something, Soul. Didn't your records mention him obeying that Roman? If he can listen to her, he can listen to you.
Did Spartacus listen to Nero? I guess that must be during the Rome Singularity. That was many, many years ago. And by many, I mean like 2. He's always been about freedom.
What's with that knowing look? Are those command spells of yours just fancy tattoos? Go on and use one already, you fool.
Hey, Phoenix! Welcome to the stream. I am indeed having fun with this Lostbelt. It is much more chill than I figured it would be. You're good. But I am enjoying it, and it seems like Sparty is about to be going all rebellion on Kinshi... on Mothman. I know I just saw his name not even 14 hours ago, but even still. Oh, the hard fights are in the second half. Lovely. That's lovely. Well, it'll be interesting nonetheless. But how be you? Are you already done with the Lostbelt, or are you still working on it?
This may be the moment of truth, Mr. Soul. Forming a contract with an unruly berserker inevitably means using command spells to keep them in check. You may not care for that idea, but it's something that you will need to come to terms with sooner or later. It is frankly miraculous that you've come so far without even having to force your servants to obey. I would like nothing more than to respect your wishes, but I'm afraid that...
Hold up. Mordred, you're not gonna make Sparty toe the line just by forcing him to stop the command spell. All that'll do is just root him in place. So please, Master, whatever you do, don't use a command spell on him. If you do, he might end up forgetting his whole reason for leaving the throne to come here and help. Can you let me handle him, Master? I'm sure I can convince him to stop.
How might that be?
How do you think? By beating the ever-living shit out of him. You see, it's his legs and stuff that keeps him going. As long as those are telling him to fight, he's not gonna stop for anything. So if we just hit him so hard that his knees give out, then he'll get through his thick skull. Knees, the battle's over.
Are you quite certain that would be better than command spell?
Positive. I'll give you the Mordred guarantee. Well, you can't go wrong with that. The Mordred guarantee is awesome.
I confess that even I cannot see the logic here. What do you think, Mr. Soul? This is ultimately your decision to make.
Counting on you, Mo. Hell yeah, don't worry, I've got this. But I guess this means we're against Spartacus and not, I just saw his name not even 5 minutes ago and I cannot remember. Mecha Horseman. I'll go with you. I think I might be partly to blame for the villagers' decision to join him.
Are you sure, Miss Yonki? Wouldn't you be rather be leading the way with him?
Truthfully, yes. I honestly kind of envy him getting to materialize as a berserker.
Because he can throw caution to the wind and do whatever he feels in a given moment.
Nope, because even though he's a berserker, he's got such a good master. As a heroic spirit myself, I can't help but feel a little jealous at that. As I'll hold down the fort. The fort is our lifeline here, so make sure you don't let anything happen to it. Leave it to me. I await your turn. Okay, everyone, let's go. Bring Spartacus and the villagers back. I wonder if Spartacus actually found out the truth.
Hey, Spartacus, you sure about this? I thought we weren't supposed to leave our villagers' fields. Yes, I'm sure. No system, no ethics, no laws can ever stop one from walking about freely. One's path always lies ahead of wherever your own 2 feet take you.
I don't know, we were taught that Heavenly Emperor gave us those fields as a gift of love.
If the authorities wish to call their oppression love, then it is only right you return their love in the form of rebellion.
I don't think I understand.
No matter, you will come to understand as we continue our walk. Now, to the oppressor's capital.
Capital where the Heavenly Emperor lives, huh? Come to think of it, I heard it's got something called art. Art? Is that anything like those poems Jean-Key's been sharing with us? I want to hear lots more poems, and I want to see what the capital looks like, too.
Well said. Then let us be on our way, singing songs of liberation all the while.
Hold it. Did you really think we were gonna let you do this, you freaking dumbass? Don't you think it was a touch rude to just wander off with so much as a goodbye?
If it is the antidote for soul that concerns you, rest assured I will bring it back after seeing those responsible brought to justice. If you doubt that I am doing the right thing, then merely sit and wait my return. I must give this Qin Shi Huang oppressor the firm embrace he deserves. I already know the Emperor is at Xianyang. All that remains now is to continue onward until I reach this great oppressor.
Please, Sparty. Please.
I can understand why you have doubts, Master Soul. After all, you have yet to attain real strength for yourself. All the more reason I must go, to show by example what true justice is. As such, I will not hesitate to crush anything that stands in my way with true, rebellious love.
Yeah, but anyway, he ain't gonna listen to a word we say. Yep, time for my genius plan. If he won't listen to the reason, we'll just have to beat it into him. Come on, Spartacus, let's you and me hash things out. Hey, Wobbuffet, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the host as well. Things be... right now. If I'm gonna be completely honest, my mom's been running a pretty bad fever recently, and she's actually going to urgent care right now to make sure everything's alright. I offered to drive, but they said they could drive themselves, so if I do have to pause the stream to take a phone call or anything, that would be why. Hopefully, she's got some of the symptoms, so she's not sure. The going to the urgent care is more of a precautionary measure, just in case it is, you know? 3 turns, no skills due to poison. Hopefully it isn't, but if it is, then things get interesting, to say the least. Things would get very, very interesting. And not in a good way. But yeah, I'm just sort of waiting on bated breath for results here. Hey, Fun! Welcome to the stream. Happy things. Aw, Abby, you didn't destroy Sparty. Nice job, Wobbuffet. Nice job. You're almost there. You're pushing your way forwards through the terror that is Babylonia. You can do it. I believe in you. Insert other words of encouragement here. But how be going with this singularity for you, Fun? Have you been taking it on yourself, or are you holding off? Hey, Mysterious Grim Reaper, welcome to the stream as well. Streaming earlier in the day sure does bring a lot more people out, doesn't it? Slow on your end, but the fights are alright. Yeah, the fights haven't really been too bad in this Lostbelt, and the story is gloriously glorious. I'm very much enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Yeah, I didn't roll Thanksgiving myself, more for the fact that, well, I'm still slightly disheartened after failing to get Sitanai, and, yeah. I am on Section 9 now. Section 9, and then we will be good for Section 10, obviously. I don't know why I say we'd be good. My brain's a little scrambled right now. I don't know why. I didn't work today. I got a good night of sleep. Yeah. Only the 2 singularities left. Only 2 left for you, and then you are onwards and upwards to... Actually, after Babylonia, you get to feel the feels of Solomon. Oh, I don't envy you, Wobbuffet. I do not envy you for having to go through Solomon. You got into a heated argument with somebody who's convinced JP is dying. It's probably due to the most recent earnings report that dropped, like, I think a month ago. A lot of people are convinced that the low earnings is a sign that FGO is dying in JP. Totally not because of, you know, COVID or that kind of stuff or anything. No, it couldn't be that. Low earnings reports means the game is dying. It's kind of ridiculous, you know? Yeah, FGOJP is not dying. It's just... It's rough times right now in the world, you know? People aren't earning the money to have the disposable income to spend it on gacha games, you know? I imagine that JP is going to be fine in the long thing. Yeah, the IRL events getting cancelled does also not help. Ah, the lack of welfares and content. I mean, even still, that does tie back to COVID. Sadly, you know, with them unable to work together in office. I mean, I do think, though, that hasn't there been more, I want to say there's been a lot more servants this year than normal, I remember reading. Hey, Infinity, welcome, welcome, it's been a while, how be things? But yeah, I mean, I don't know the exacts, but I could have swore that I heard that, live streaming okay, right now, wow, this is kind of just, hang on, can I get this line up properly? So, catch you up, sold the events JP has been getting recently read as if we should have gotten them months ago. Ah, I see. Understandable then. But, yeah, life's been treating me fairly okay. Just, you know, today's been a little bit of an interesting day. My mom's running a fever, and combined with some other symptoms, I think I got it lined up perfectly here. Nah, it's not perfectly. But combined with some other symptoms, she's concerned that she might have COVID, so she's going to the urgent care right now. So if I have to take a call, then that'd be why. I see. That makes sense. I mean, I did hear that, isn't JP getting another event sort of at the beginning of December? Lostbelt 5.5 or something? Yeah, Ivan, nice! Congrats, Fun. Congrats. And you got another 5-star on JP, Infinity. Who it be this time? Zerker and Ryder. You know what? Let's switch to Oi. No. It's time to introduce death to this world. Nemo was 4.5 and now December will have 5.5. Yeah, that is a little too close together. That does feel close together for Nemo to be, for 4.5 to be right between, to be like a month away from 5.5. Yeah. I mean, very theoretically, and I don't know exactly when the 4th Lostbelt drop, but isn't, like, next year for NA going to be a content drought? A single ticket pool. Of course, Infinity. That is your luck EX. Also, I don't think you heard me, Infinity, or you weren't there, but my luck has finally run out. All your blessings finally expired. 700 quartz and no Sitanai for me. Brought a tear to my eye. But yeah, isn't next year supposed to be a bit of a content drought for us on the NA server? It's like Lostbelt 4 is earlier in the year, and then the first part of Lostbelt 5 is towards the end of the year, with just Gouda Gouda, Summer, and Christmas, and Saber Wars, so I think 4 events that are new. Oh no. No, why do I feel like people say next year's gonna be a drought year for NA? I don't know. Horse Zerk could be in the event, but the Nemo event features him heavily and also has all the swimsuit differences bonuses. Yes, December of next year, Swole Orion, the true Orion. Somebody who I'm probably gonna go for. Prophecy, as you're never wrong. You're right, Infinity. Your prophecies are never wrong. As long as I get NP5 Summer Melt, I will be fine. Swole Orion the Buster Chad. Ah, yes. Swole Orion. He is a very amusing servant. His NP has some amusing art, too, when Artemis descends. Mordred, I thought you said we were going to make his knees give out or something. Yeah, what of it? You got systematic with 2 joke 10 pools. Infinity, did you steal all my luck? His MP has a chance to get meme dialogue. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm talking about. But getting choked out by Artemis. She's such a yandere. And it makes me... I don't know. It kind of makes me want her a little bit more. That and Hades. Artemis is best girl in the Hades game. Even though they're 2 completely different Artemises. You know, there's still that kind of that, Artemis from Hades is kind of giving me that desire for Artemis and FGO. It's weird. His knees aren't giving out at all. If anything, hitting him is only getting him more fired up. Honestly, it's kind of creeping me out. Now what? Yeah, I know. This is so much fun, right? He's got the will to fight out the wazoo. Aren't ready for the crap that happens in Atlantis? It's wild. Oh, I look forward to Atlantis. I most certainly look forward to Atlantis. I'm looking forward to all the Lostbelts, really. They make me question things on such a deep philosophical level, and they hurt me right in the heart with the things that happen. Oh, poor Patsy. Poor Gerda. I can never listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Or Hop again. I knew it. You're actually a berserker too, aren't you? Oh, Mo. You want to know an Avenger, but the January banner is paid? Oof. I don't think that it's... Yeah, the January GSSR is paid, but I think it's not, like, by class. I'm pretty sure the next GSSR banners are actually, like, all classes, but, like, very few of each of them. I don't remember the exacts, but I know that I'm very cautiously going into January, because there's a chance that she might show up in my Chaldea. And I do not want her in my Chaldea.
Ah, what a thrill. This adversity, this pain, I can feel indomitable strength welling up within me.
You can do it, Spartacus.
Why are Spartacus and the others arguing again?
Beats me. This keeps up, you won't last much longer, Master. It's all limited oncoming GSSR, but it's all in one. Yeah, that's the thing. So then the GSSR Avengers would be Dante's and Jolter then. But if you want an Avenger, Mysterious, I'm trying to think. I don't... Yeah, actually, there is no Avengers on upcoming banners, is there, anytime soon? I feel like Jolter might have a solo raid up sometime next year. I think there's some other, like, mystery event or something that involves Jolter in it, I want to say, but I'm not sure. Just waiting for King Protea and Kama. Side note, looking forward to Oku, and the NA version wasn't loading hell like the OG run. Ah, Spishtar. That's a long wait. That's almost a year's wait, but definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it for the Spishtar. And yes, I'm looking forward to Oku as well. I need me some Kama. I very much want Kama and King Protea. We have some similar goals here, Phoenix. Some very similar goals. Indeed she is. Post-Castoria. Doesn't Emiya have some good arts looping as well with his skill strengthening? His projection to trace on? Please be careful, Master. You've got a 38 degrees Celsius fever. 38 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's a single turn. Gotcha. So can't forget the one you pull, where you pulled Emil Ishtar. Oh yeah, I remember, man. I remember that story. Okay, so 38 degrees C to F. We have a fever of 100. We're feeling feverish. We're coughing. I definitely think that this poison isn't so much a poison as it is a virus. Oh yeah, Emmy is overcharged. Sucks! Yeah, his overcharge, I believe, is an attack down. It's not that great, sadly. Stop. Stop! This is no time
We're fighting. We have an emergency. Nessa? And Fo, what are you two doing here?
What's going on? You're supposed to be keeping watch.
Qin Liangyu betrayed us. She stole the border.
Oh, lovely. Alright.
Holmes told me to keep this thing safe.
They give damage buff based on overcharge. I don't know what exact the details are, but I do know that Kintoki, Berserker Kintoki, did just get an NP buff in JP in celebration of the upcoming 5.5 for the Lostbelt. And it's something with a buster resistance down, I want to say. Does that scale off of overcharge or no? Does anybody happen to know or not?
Spirit Urchin Graph? Then they really did take the border.
What the hell? You just let them waltz in and steal our home base? How could you let this happen?
Stop it, Mordred. Nessa wanted to stay and fight as much as you would have. But Holmes decided it was more important to make sure the Spirit Origin Graph stayed with Soul.
Indeed, I imagine the enemy must have used the Shadow Border itself as a shield. A common tactic of repressors to respond to rebellion is destroying what the rebels wish to protect.
What are you being so calm for? I thought you were all worked up. It's stun chance? I could have swore I saw him getting some sort of NP damage. NP buff. Him, Donzo, and Ibaraki. I want to say they got like a buff in JP just today or something. And I remember Kintoki's being buster resistance down on his NP, while Ibaraki's has something to do with shooting. Buster down for 3 turns now. Gotcha. But that doesn't scale with overcharge, does it? Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we can't use this Origin Graph in this Lostbelt. Without the land's ley lines responding, there just isn't enough electricity to power it. I'm afraid not. Losing the border really is a tremendous blow. Even Da Vinci's tricks had to be performed inside it to work.
Mothman, can you read me? Over. We can. This entire land is our garden. No noise or tumult within escapes our notice.
Yeah, what about our deal?
Indeed we did, and we were a god, our word, and were we a god, our word would be absolute. However, we are not a god but human, and the ruler of this land. It's only natural we would value our nation over a bargain. Thus, now that we know you are a threat to our people, we have no compunctions about taking your shadow border and wiping you all out.
Threat? What do you mean? Did we do something to the villagers?
We see. So you are either oblivious or unconstrained. Then you lot truly are disciples of Confucius.
Ah, now I get it. 2200 years later, and you haven't changed a bit. No, if anything, you've gotten worse. What do you mean, Chunky? Qin Shuang's mad that I went around teaching people to read and write. That's why we're getting slapped with the Confucian label. Confucians. Confucianism is all about the 5 virtues: justice, courtesy, wisdom, knowledge, and benevolence. It extols poetry, manners, and entertainment. Then Qin Shi Huang, tyrant that emperor is, hates everything about that.
Okay, so I didn't even need to do some in-depth research into why Qin Shi Huang hates Confucianism. If they're gonna just explain it here, then I spent a good hour and a half doing research into the Qin dynasty, Confucianism, its connection to poetry, and all that stuff for nothing. Curse my dedication to knowledge. Curse it. It was nice doing research, though. It was nice.
Our people live their lives in blissful ignorance. You and your Confucianism had led them astray. Confucianism is the malignant disease, and you are its epicenter. We must cut you out like a tumor, lest you spread further.
Kintoki has the highest NP damage. Hijikata has the highest NP damage at 1 HP. Yeah, because Hijikata has that weird thing. Kintoki with fat NP charge, Hijikata doesn't. So Hijikata just got dethroned, didn't he? As the best Zerker. Poor Hijikata. Plus, Hijikata is a risky player, isn't he? Because his guts gets him to 1 health, but... yeah. Yeah. So if you can get him to 1 health, that's good, but keeping him alive on 1 health is the issue.
Are you truly so terrified of your citizens gaining knowledge, tyrant?
Knowledge leads to doubt. Once people are trapped by such delusions, they inevitably begin comparing themselves to others, and resent the world itself. Without such wicked individual egotism, this world can be a paradise everlasting. It is through ignorance that all people live their lives in peace and health. Give him 2 guts, problem solved. So in other words, play the necromancy lottery. And you arrogant Confucians would knowingly go about ruining that. So what, you want to keep your people from learning anything so it's easier to rule them? Why should we give 2 shits about that? Confusions run rampant in your world. How long has it ever remained peaceful? Humans who gain knowledge inevitably come to believe they are better than everyone else, which leads only to war, and all that creates is grief and sorrow. That is why such worlds cry out in such agony, as to create a counterforce in the form of heroic spirits. We shivered just imagining such a hell. Do you disagree? Go on then. Tell us how your world is so wonderful in the way that people from all walks of life can share in their mutual bonds of misery. We suppose we could have tricked you out of your shadow border through more cunning means, but our disgust got the better of us. We must obliterate you and ensure that no trace is left behind. Jiang Yu. Quaji Zero, we have new orders from you. Destroy every last one of the Confucians. Okay, so what if I held up a cross and said that I'm not Confucian, I'm Christian? Would that be better or worse? As you wish. Or would it confuse Mr. Robot Centaur Horseman here, which is second only to the robot puppet ninja waifu MILF that is Danzo? Like, these servants are getting ridiculous with their titles. Hey, Soul. Should I apologize to you for taking pity on these people? Yeah, it wasn't the best move, but probably not a wrong move, you know? Right, that's exactly the path we made for ourselves. We own up to our mistakes and do our best to make them right. That means we can compromise and even forgive each other. And that is one of the things this world will never ever have. So we have Oi in the lead here. We're probably up against the automatas, as well as Jian Yu. Yep, puppet soldiers, automatas. And we have the king, who brings death. Oh, Qin Shi Huang, you would not be the first king to be decapitated in your place of power. And it's been a long time since I've used Cramp, so, you know, I figured it's probably a good idea to use him a little bit here. Oh, this is not a good turn. By the way, Infinity, it has been a while, so how have things been for you in general? Have you gotten yourself a phone just yet, or are you still waiting on that? Ooh, ignore defense. Yeah, let's do that. Should have done that a while ago, honestly, but I'm a lazy bum. Nice crit. Oh yes, I cannot wait for his guts buff. His guts buff will be so glorious. This Jiang Yu is so big, he's taking up 2 unit spaces. That's awesome, honestly. And of course, there is no kill like overkill. Pop that evade on Merlin. How much do I know about Lostbelt 3? I know if you were spoiled on a specific piece of it. This current Lostbelt, I know what Mothman is the ruler of the, I know Mothman, the third person to my left here on the screen, is the ruler of the Lostbelt.
but that's kind of it. I don't know anything else about... No, nothing else really about the story. Dang it, I really want to actually just kill this Jiang Yu dude. Like, yeah, that's all I really know. There's a lot of stuff I'm speculating on, like... Given the fact that... Yeah, of course, it's King Hassan. Given the fact that Akuda somehow knows this Jiang Yu, and the whole Naresbury thing, I have the feeling that she's a sage, and that I'm pretty sure I explained this all last night, but I think she's a sage who, as we've been told, a sage can discover eternal youth and immortal life. So I think she's a sage who discovered that, and Naresbury brought her on to either make Mash last longer, so that his demi-servant project can work, or to create a figure like Nezha, who would be a more suitable vessel as a demi-servant. You know, that's why I think, and the reason that he does all of your exams is because, you know, if you're a sage and you have eternal life, then, you know, it's gonna be very obvious. You've been doing okay? I don't know, so you're happy. Okay, so there's more things, more secrets. Interesting. But that is good to hear, Infinity. That is good. I've been meaning to chat with you over Discord a little bit, but life's just been a little bit hectic lately, you know? My dad actually, just this most recent Monday, he had a procedure done, and now, because he's been having chronic back pains ever since his car accident, he has various wires and stuff on his back that is delivering constant electrostimulation to him to help deal with his pain and that kind of stuff. Very specific thing that's legit one of the best FGO moments, but it's like stupid hard not to be spoiled on it. You're usually asleep? Wait, Infinity, you don't... Have you changed? Have you changed, Infinity? Do you actually sleep now? Infinity, I can't believe this. You actually have learned how to sleep? It's stupidly hard not to be spoiled on it. I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I do know that old man is Old Man Lee, because he's in the CCC rerun as part of the optional King Protea quests. I know that, too. I guess I consider that more of that spoiler, not really too much of a spoiler. So I guess I do know that, technically, as well, now that you mention it, Fun. But beyond that, no. We sleep in the morning till early evening. I mean, it is 3 a.m., so... Where you are right now, right? Yeah, we're gonna bring Gil in since there's a saber here, which means probably the Prince of Landling. And Gil is kind of just as good as King Hassan for wiping out the mongrels. Oh, alright. Where you are, you don't do daylight savings time, do you? So I'm ahead of you. Wow, Phoenix. I'm ahead. I've gained ground. Man, this thing's seriously tough. Fire attacks aren't even phasing him. How strange. His strength is not due to hardware differences. Now I see what's going on. He's reading our moves before we make them. I'm on section 9, though. Only my old man's intuition is this much of a pain in the ass. I'm sure this is no ordinary skill in reading one's opponents. It's closer to precognition. I calculate that your destruction is inevitable. Resign yourselves, barbarians. Bullshit, if you really think you can see the future, you know there's no way in hell we'd ever give up without a fight. Could've swore I was.
Indeed, this is why I predict you will soon face further hardships.
Well, what now? I was right, Landling is here. Allow me to assist you, Lord Jiang Yu. Prince of Landling, Kuna, you're here too. This time, Mash and Soul, I will kill you both. Okay, so... I stated it before in the trailer. She is a cutie. I will not deny that. The question is... She knows Jiang Yu. Does she have
feelings for Jiang Yu. Because I do have standards. And I will not break apart those who have feelings for each other for waifu-isms. Standards. Which is why Danzo is fair ground. Kuda, you better not be... She better not like the horse centaur... The centaur robot four-armed thing. I don't know, I gotta think of a good phrase for that. She's a mom through adoption, though, is the thing. That's why she's okay.
Oh, here we thought you'd be sulking, yet it seems you've come to serve us once again, Nakuda Hinako.
Now that you understand the threat Chaldea poses, Your Imperial Majesty, I'm happy to follow you to your wishes.
Well, yeah, that's... I mean, because she's a mom, but through adoption...
Ah, now we see you are determined not to let Jiang Yu fight alone. How inconsiderate of us. Very well, have at it, but be warned there is little time left.
Who are you referring to there, Infinity? Akuda or Danzo?
Do not bother killing them, all you need to do is hobble them.
Yes, good point, understood.
Ah, shit, these guys are working together again. It's the last thing we need.
And we can't afford to take our time with them, or we'll never catch up to the Shadow Border.
That is why I brought in AUO. He's the epitome of not taking your time. He ends things fast. 3 waves. Oh, thank good, it's their weak puppet soldiers first. Because if you're talking Danzo, I mean, again, she was on a mother through adoption, so she's fine. If you're talking through Akuda, well, here's the thing. Akuda seems fine with Jiang Yu in this centaur four-armed state. So, I don't think that her being used would be very good. If you catch my drift. Having an MPN4 on your JP alt is so cursed. Did you try to get him on an NA, but the fact that you have him on JP has cursed him to never come to you? Also, do we find... I mean, it's not a spoiler if you tell me this much, but do we find out more about Landling here? Like, in this singularity? Because I'm probably not gonna roll for him, but I am curious as to his story in the FGO verse. Oh, he's permanent. That's actually pretty good. So I might be able to find out at some point. Because I am interested in his story in the FGO verse. And, you know, looking at his real-life counterpart up could be done, but it wouldn't be the same, you know? Let's see here. You are Pepe sad? Oh no, why are you Pepe sad, Infinity? Why doth thou be sad? Uh-oh. What happened during the SR selection? Oh, Infinity! No! Oh, Infinity, that sucks hard, man. That sucks real hard. And who is it locked in for, Phoenix? Oh, he's an Arts Saber. I mean, I kind of got... Actually, I should have figured that with his support of NP. But who is your next SR ticket locked in as? There's no kill like overkill when it comes to Gil. You'll tell me later. Gotcha. Fair enough. Probably a spoiler for a future Lostbelt, I'm guessing. Because, yeah. My Lostbelt knowledge is sporadic. Like, I know some characters, obviously. Like, I know the twin sabers apparently appear in the Atlantis Lostbelt. Also, I totally should have been focused on, what's-his-face. Or not. I'm good. Awesome, Gil. Very awesome. But I know the Twin Sabers and Orion, obviously. I know that the next Lostbelt... Oh yeah, I got lucky with Gil. I got him NP2. Dance of a Black Horse. Foresight. Jeez, are they gonna not stop using skills here or something anytime soon? Let me think. Invincibility now, or heal and evasion. We do still do this, though. Yeah, I got lucky with my Gil. They're not killable. I mean, the only reason I really brought Gil was because I knew the Prince of Landling would likely be here because of Saber. Otherwise, it would probably be Abby or Oi. That evasion was well chosen. Oh, fudge! No, Wava! They killed Waver! How could they? Get those stars, because Gil here is going to wreck face. And we'll Buster move as well. Fighting these two as a pair is a thing in this Lostbelt. I kind of figured as much. But yeah, like I was saying, future Lostbelt knowledge is sporadic. For the next one, I know who the king is. I'm not going to say it just in case some people don't know. I also know that there is the presence of a certain celestial body in it. Beyond that, I can safely say I don't know too much about it. Yeah. Man, lacking the support casters does make things more difficult. Especially against a Berserker. Ah, gotcha. So, let me see here. I don't know. Is this guy... Oh, that was wrong. Oh. Yeah, I didn't put Oi on the back line here. I was sure Gil would take it, since most of the time I just have to wipe out the first bar of this, of Jiangyu, but clearly that's not the case here. Is he AoE? I don't recall if he is AoE or not. I watched the NP. He is AoE. Okay, so then it is a good idea to get some target focus for a turn, as well as generate some NP here. No. Yeah. I prefer to think of her as Oi. That's why I keep her in her second Ascension form, because... Yeah, I definitely prefer Oi over Hoku. I mean, I know that very technically both can be used, since Oi did... It is Oi Hokusai, because I'm pretty sure that's the last name. But I just prefer calling her Oi because, well... Much like I like her being in her second Ascension form. Oh, I prefer the second Ascension just because it has that bit of risque, and she's still Oi in second Ascension. Unlike third Ascension, where it's either her father has taken over her body, or the two of them have merged into one unit. And I'm not sure which is weirder. I mean, yes, essentially, yes. Melt has decent odds at survival here. Exactly. Hopefully it's just this break bar and the battle is done. It's not. And she couldn't because he got some sort of damage buff. By the... It's doable, yeah. Withdraw. I was close, but the fact that I didn't have a good backline did hurt. So I'm gonna bring in Oi this time in the backline, knowing better. Yeah, triple buster. That would explain it. Okay. Since I am gonna bring in Oi here. Actually, should it be Oi or Abby? I think Abby, actually. Remove that, and we will throw upon Abigail. K-scope. I think K-scope's the way to go. I've got a max limit broken one, so it'll work. This looks better. Gil will be able to deal with Prince of Lanling. If Merlin or Waver go down, then I have Abby come in to deal with Jian Yu. Yeah, let's go with it. Ideally, we keep Merlin alive for the NP from Jian Yu, because that NP is dangerous as hell. BAQ. Golden Standard. I should probably use the defense buff here. For safety's sake, more than anything. If we can get Gil's NP to be 2 in a row, that would be ideal. He's got a 30% self-charge. Combined with everything these two offers, it could very theoretically be 2 NPs in a row. It's just a matter of luck of the draw at that point. Are you trying to find him without bringing a foreigner support? That is your challenge. That is one hell of a challenge, man. Not gonna lie. I could probably do it, honestly, if I brought in a more optimal team. Like, maybe if I brought in Scotty to support Melt, perhaps? Since Melt is my otherwise strongest servant. That is single target, at least. These are good. I need Merlin and Waver to not die game. Gotta go Buster. For crit. Waver did enough. Good. Oh, you son of a biscuit. Okay. 400% NP would probably serve us just as well, I think. Yeah. I kind of am feeling, though, more of a Gil 400% overcharge, since I'm going to not be doing any buffs to him except for Hero Creation EX here. So that way, that the very next turn, I can chain into another NP. That's where my thought process is going here. Waver could get the stun off. Yeah. I'm liking my thought process. So Waver needs to go and get his charge. Alright. Of course, I'm speaking 400% as if Gil has... I'm an idiot, I swear. Alright. So, we will... I think we don't do that buff, but we do want a heal on Merlin, on Waver, and the evasion on Merlin. Target focus Jiang Yu. And... Merlin is better served second here. So it's only 300%, because I'm bad at math. We get some stuns. Yes! Double stun! I mean, the overcharge effect is kind of what I'm banking on here. Okay. It did Prince of Landling. At the very least. Interesting that it only did him. I noticed that the overcharge only applied to him, so... Jiang Yu must be a star servant, then. That, and I forgot to do hero creation. That's my bad. So I did screw it up in some things. And yes, we will be able to take out the Prince of Landling here. As well as, maybe if we're lucky, get another NP off. That's the damage I want to see. Calculation. Remove debuff. Of course he has to remove debuff. Oh, Merlin! Merlin lives. But he's not gonna live for too much longer. I think we buy another turn. Get the crit stars. Because last turn... What guild cards did I have last turn? I think I'll have a Buster guild card next turn. If I can get if I can get a Buster crit off, then I stand a good chance of wiping through this bar. So, Doot. I think an Arts Chain is the way to go here. It should lead to another Gil NP. Oh, yes, I forgot about Merlin. Thank you. Why couldn't you have targeted frickin' Waver, though? Damn it. One turn of evasion. Mother, son, father, brother, sister, daughter. Alright. Get the Merlin NP. It could lead to Waver's NP next turn. It does in fact lead to Merlin NP. Ooh, an all stats buff. That's not safe for work. However, okay, inflict the fear and defense down for sure. He can't be afraid, but we can decrease this charge at the very least. Okay. Question now becomes, can Gil nuke him? No buffs. Gil does have a Brave Chain. I think he can do it. And this NP strength will actually go a long way to helping with that. So, Gil nuke this turn. Next turn, we Abby nuke when we're through this bar. Abby nuke with a bit of Waver strength. 2,000. And Gil's got enough crits to do the business. Yeah, but just because the clock stun is a mental debuff, I guess, so... An attack plus, that's what he gains. Merlin, or Waver, you nearly died. Excuse me. Alright. We got all the buffs we can manage here. Defense down, possible stun, definite charge drain. NP 200% for a decreased crit rate. And removing buffs. That's actually pretty good, the buff removal. And an 80% clocking on a Buster and Buster attack. Stun, yes! Waver for the win. 2 stuns. And Abby just doing Abby things. I think Abby deserves to eat him. You know. The power of the Sage created robot, centaur, 4-armed monster is no match for the power of one Eldritch Lolly. Alrighty. Fun and Infinity heading out. Alright, guys, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks for stopping by, though. It was nice chatting with you. Yeah, that's fine. I am gonna probably be streaming tomorrow as well. Probably at a similar time, just to finish off the Lostbelt, since I'm not able to go as long tonight. But thank you both for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Or at the very least in a future stream. It's nice chatting with you guys. Although, what is that emote you... What is that weird symbol? Oh, that's a bed. That's a bed emote. That's actually very clever. Is that an emote or something else? Why does it look different on like 2 different screens? But sweet dreams, guys. Sweet dreams. Hurry, get as far away as you can while Kwaji Zero keeps the enemy busy.
Yes, ma'am. I must say it's humiliating to find our hands so firmly tied.
Well, what can we do? Advanced as it may be, the Shadowboard is still basically a car with a bunch of tires. We can't stop them from towing it.
I suppose we should be content with the fact that Nessa was able to escape. It's fortunate for us that they are apparently completely ignorant of the Spirit Origin Graph's importance.
What you might be up to, don't bother. Try anything funny and I'll cut you down where you stand.
And here I thought you were a proud warrior. I'm disappointed to see you resorting to underhanded deception and skullduggery.
Say what you want, Confucian. Your words are no more than wind to me. Now that I know your Confucians, I also know better than to trust anything that comes out of your mouths. We're not Confucians. I don't know what you call it in your world, but here anyone who tries to enlighten our people is Confucian.
Oh, come on.
What good could there possibly be in giving the people knowledge? Making them read books that only confuse, deceive, and delude, causing them to lose sight of what they're meant to be. You do the devil's own work. You rebels should be ashamed of yourselves, spouting ideals that you don't really believe, agitating people merely to further your own ambitions. I can't stand people like you. We don't actually have any ambitions like that, though. We just shared some things we knew while we were making conversation. You did on a lark. That's even worse. You have no idea what will happen to the people you've tainted with your Confucianism.
What was that? What was that?
I'm doing shorter things with Sherlock's police attempts is not easy.
Enough, it is time. All of you leave at once.
We still have yet to kill all the cadets.
We will not punish you for your incompetence in failing to kill them. You need merely wait for your next opportunity. Now go, or you'll be caught up in it.
Let's go, Prince of Landling. You too, Lord Jiangyu.
Very well.
As you wish. What the hell? Why are they all run off like that?
I don't like this. The oppressor is up to something.
Reviewing communications. There's little time left. I wonder. There's only one reason for the Emperor to order retreat now. Qin Shi Huang is about to unleash an indiscriminate attack. I bet it'll wipe out the entire area.
Very good. Since you figured out this much, we shall tell you what is about to happen. We have just released a payload from our Great Wall and altered its trajectory. It will strike your location in approximately 3 minutes.
Are you freaking nuts, you overgrown tin can? You can really just kill your own people to get at us.
Do not think so much of yourselves. You have it quite backward. We only order our soldiers to cripple you in order that you might be also caught in the blast radius as an added bonus of sorts.
Then you did this explicitly to destroy this village.
It is what must be done to rid our land of Confucianism. Now that the enlightenment has begun to spread among the people here, we have left no choice but to nip it in the bud. Accursed tyrant, have you so little regard for the lives of your own citizens?
Hi, another blue Totodile. Welcome, welcome. Thoughts lead to violence and war, therefore I will purge all thoughts from my empire with violence! Of course, you know. Violence solves everything.
Silence! This land is our flesh, its people our blood. You could never understand the pain such an action causes us. But now that it has been infected with Confucianism, we have no choice but to carve out this piece of flesh before the poison spreads.
So, this is Qin Shi Huang.
Flee if you wish, but it's too late for the people of this village. Once you have turned tail and fled, be our guest to turn back and witness the destruction of your Confucianism has wrought.
Damn it, this bastard's crazier than I thought. Never expected murdering the Empire's own citizens would be more important than killing us. Meteor. Meteor strike.
Is he Madara Uchiha sending meteors? Is there gonna be a second meteor in the shadow of this meteor?
There it is now. It's so massive when it hits, I don't think anything will be left in this area.
What's that?
An evil star, most glorious, most majestic Heavenly Emperor must be furious.
So, meteors. Meteors, huh? How do you fight a meteor? Meteors. Is this where we summon heroic spirit Saitama? No, that wouldn't really do much either. Saitama's not a good choice. Mo, you need to do what that one comic does and power up your MP by making it clear to go fuck my father. Yes, that will work, I'm sure. Your attack is a beam, and beams beat meteors. Totally. So the rumors about stars falling on villages that reject the Emperor's blessings were true. This can't be happening. Why would the Heavenly Emperor be so furious? What is wrong with us to recite poems? Was it wrong for us to try to go to the capital?
No, none of you did anything wrong. You followed your dreams in search of freedom as anyone would. I see. Now I understand. So this is why I was summoned to this land. It was also I could strike back against this great oppression.
Oh no. The trailer had Spartacus flying. Is Spartacus gonna... Spartacus.
Soul, you have yet to become an oppressor. Now is the time for you to demonstrate your authority.
What do you want me to do?
Use a command spell on me.
Oh my god, Spartacus is serious. Spartacus is serious. He's asking us to command him. Spartacus is serious. Valentine's was foreshadowing. Apocrypha was foreshadowing. Spartacus, you gotta... Spartacus, you have to say the line. Say the line that made the Apocrypha event one of the greatest events of all time.
Use it and say only one word. Jump.
Now I get it. Crying warmonger. What'd you just say? We normally have no way to defend against or destroy something as utterly destructive as a meteor strike. But Spartacus' noble phantasm changes to match what he's up against. The more powerful the attack, the stronger the resulting counterattack will be. So, wait. Hang on. This brings a question. Both use the guard fence. What happens if he uses Crying Warmonger against Bazette's noble phantasm? I can't remember its name, but it can only be used against an ultimate move. If that is the ultimate counterattack, but Spartacus has the ultimate counterattack, which counterattack wins? If he can do that in the air before the meteor has a chance to strike, he might just be able to destroy it before it hits the ground. Tell me which the Chaldeans are a threat. Eliminate them immediately. Go, please. How dangerous could they be? So we just word that the Chaldeans are teaching our villagers poems. Code Red, mobilize our forces. The Chaldeans are more dangerous than we ever imagined. Fragarach wins? I guess Fragarach just does inflict damage on a conceptual level, doesn't it? Poems. Who would have thunk that poems would be the greatest danger to China? Well, what a demon. Are you suggesting you fly up there and let that thing hit him?
Not to worry. Such tremendous adversity is perfect for showing off the strength of my rebellion.
You can't. That'll completely annihilate your spirit origin. Oh, Sparty, no. No, Sparty, come on, man. Sparty, do not do the self-sacrifice play.
We won't know until I've tried. Regardless, this is no time to debate the matter. We don't have long before that wicked star arrives.
Senpai. By my command spell, jump, Spartacus.
I feel it. I can feel the power of our bond flowing through me.
Oh, I remember. Totodile. He really jumped. Oh! That's no ordinary leap. He's being propelled by a truly massive eruption of magical energy.
Oh! Now is the time for my legs to rebel against gravity! Humans, open your eyes and turn your gaze upwards. This leap is the very pinnacle of liberation. It is the irrational act that will triumph over this adversity. The wings of freedom. Oh, Spartacus. If this star is meant to oppress the sky itself, then I shall become a star. A rebellious morning star that lights the world below.
to take it on head on. No! Damn it, why'd he crash right into it? He could have deflected it or something so it wouldn't get hurt. No, he was prepared for this. It was no Phasm to be at its most powerful, he needed to be at his most gravely injured.
Wonderful! This pain is honor! This pain is life! I can feel my love about to explode! War cry! Overload!
This can't be right. Where do these people get a surface air weapon?
No, they have no such weapon. This must be the work of one of their heroic spirits. Remember this sight well, Hanjin. This is the true face of our enemies, of our army's new enemy. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, Spartacus. I can legit feel moisture in my eyes. Holy fuck. That needs to be animated, god damn it. They need... Lostbelts, get to it. Animate Solomon, animate all the Epic of Remnants, but animate the fucking Lostbelts so that we can see the full length of this. Oh, I know, but they need the full fucking animation. His initial jump, his monologue as he ascends, his collision with the asteroid. Holy fuck. It would be on par with Quetz's NP in Babylonia. They did that such good justice. Oh. Outside of Lostbelt 5 trailers, the Lostbelt 3 trailer spoils a truckload of the big twists of the third Lostbelt, and it's therefore the most spoiled filled. I mean, I just saw Spartacus flying in the trailer. That stole the whole show. Oh my god. It's very easy to spoil this Lostbelt. Good lords. I made the right decision on leveling Spartacus up, man. Spartacus, you just jumped onto the Grail list. I'm not gonna lie. I've got 7 Grails reserved for Melt, 5 for Gil, 5 for Jalter, and 7 more for Jalter Zerker. But Spartacus, you have jumped onto that list of servants that I am going to fucking Grail. Spartacus, man. Who would have fucking thought? Incredible, the entire mass is completely evaporating. He really did it. But where is he now? I can see him falling back down. That big dumbass. He survived. Do we catch him? Mo caught him. Okay, good. Also, let me just say, it's very nice. It's very nice to see the 2 red servants working together here.
Oh, hello, rebellious knight. Did you catch me in those twiggy arms of yours?
Cut the crap. Other people you stir up like a jackass were watching, you know? You can't just smash face first into the ground, lunkhead. You're supposed to at least land on your feet. Hell, you shouldn't be falling at all. You're supposed to land properly, no matter what. That's just what you gotta do, alright? These wounds are... Oh, Sparty. Yes, I'm afraid Spartacus' spirit origin isn't gonna last much longer.
Your words cut deep, Knight of Camelot. I should expect as much from the manliest man of the Knights on the Round Table.
Oh, I mean... Mordred's gotta like that. Not gonna lie. Spartacus knows what to say.
Who are you calling a man? Ain't freaking fair saying shit like that at a time like this.
You don't like Spartacus or any bronze servants enough to grail them, but he is strong in grail. If you grailed him during the third Nearfest, he could have been used reliable to clear the prototype finale. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's not so much grailing for power as much it is grailing for favorites. That's why King Hassan was the first servant I grailed. And then followed by Melt and Aresh and Jalter. And Spartacus has just jumped very high up on that likable servants list. His Apocrypha event debut definitely got him onto the highest of the leveled servants lists. His philosophical teachings and this moment of epicness has put him on the Grail list.
Here I'll be to hell. Nowhere left for me to even punch you.
Go ahead, I'm sure your punch would feel most pleasant.
Are you gonna die, Spartacus?
Of course not. Spartacus will never truly die. Not as long as you keep the light of rebellion alive within your hearts. That is all I ask, my friends.
Keep the light of rebellion lit in your hearts. Spartacus, I can't believe he did all that to save us.
I'm not gonna cry, I mustn't. Spartacus, he never stopped smiling, no matter how much he hurt.
Kid.
I'm gonna get strong enough that I can smile through anything too, so I can be somebody else's Spartacus one day. As long as I and whoever comes after me keep smiling, Spartacus will always live on. Now I get it. So this is his real rebellion. Something is wrong with Spirit Origin Graph. It's hot. Very hot.
What? Don't tell me it's broken.
No, it's not that. It's reacting to the ley line. What? But I thought it didn't work in this Lostbelt.
He fucking became a hero in a world without heroes. Oh, Spartacus. Spartacus.
That's it. There's prayer here now. Hope has finally blossomed in these people's hearts, connecting this world to the throne of heroes. Yes, this land is no longer cut off from the throne of heroes. Her experts have heard the wishes of people lacking their voice and are about to pay them a visit.
Oh, are we about to get some wild servants? Also, because of this... Oh... Hang on, because of this, if we ever revisited, would Spartacus just get the biggest fucking fame boost out of everybody else? Oh, so this is where he debuts. This is where Shen Gong debuts himself. Oh, I know of his memes. I did not realize he would debut in this Lostbelt. This air smells familiar, and I think I recognize these far-off mountains as well. It would seem we've been invited to our homeland, although something seems off. I don't see a single sign of war anywhere, nor do I see anyone resembling a master. I suppose this means we've gone rogue, so to speak. Red hair. Hang on. Is this another centaur, except it's more horse than man? Another centaur, but that is more horse than man. Okay. Pity, I was kind of looking forward to that whole spiel you get when you first meet your master. It's Lu Bu's. Wait. Lu Bu, as in... Wait, his horse as a heroic spirit. Isn't Lu Bu the... No, he's a 3-star... The 3-star berserker who, if he wasn't a berserker, would betray his master in an instant or something? His horse can be heroic spirit. Well, I need to look up Lu Bu's legend. Spartacus doomed Mothman's timeline in this exact cutscene. Oh, he certainly did. Spartacus becoming the first hero. Well, now where do I even begin? Why do you look like that? What do you mean? How else could Lu... Wait, I thought you said this is Lu Bu's horse. Is he a berserker that thinks he's Lu Bu or something? What? What other heroic spirit could possibly be fit to be summoned alongside the great Shen Gong than Lu Bu, the Flying General? This Lostbelt is wild, man. To maintain control, Daidamona Spartacus saved his enlightened villagers. Well, you're obviously red hair. Lubu is a man amongst men, and red hair is a horse amongst horses. Everyone knows that we're inseparable during our adventures. And what they call an innocent monster. Oh, look, a carrot. A yummy carrot? Where? Oh, Shenggong, you troll, you. I know what you are, red hair. Nonsense, I'm Lubu. That's gonna be interesting. Different dynamic. Spartacus is a hero. Spartacus is a true hero. And now I can also see... Excuse me. I can now also see why people say that Spartacus and Shiro would be an excellent master-servant pair.